Hello everyone and welcome to a Path of Exile 1 video. This is going into the Curse of the Allflame, which starts in about 36 hours, as you can see on the countdown there. I'm going to log into Softcore Standard, that's the permanent league, in a moment, and show off some of the characters I have there. These will be the characters I will be playing in Curse of the Allflame. So enough nattering, let's get on with it. So let's log in. There it is. So I'll be starting my typical start. My league start has been for the last few seasons, which is based on Pohx's RF guide. I will link Pohx's website in the description below, so you can see all the updates there. Now I have his Twitch channel, all the good links and stuff in there. I will also be linking my version of his Path of Building in the link below. Now my version won't be updated. It will be the 3.28 version. And I will be doing the Witch Mule because I hate melee. So even though the socket colours are all good and changes stuff, that's what I will be doing. Sorry, I've just got mind stuck. Distracted. Okay, sorry, where was I? Yes, so I'm going to start off with a Witch Mule into RF Chieftain. This is my current build in there. All the stuff in the inventory is just stuff I need to craft. I haven't got around to it yet. But yeah, so I'll be starting off with this character. I'll get to about yellow maps or the ability to purchase some items for my next build. I'm going to go flick through my RF PoB right now. There it is. So as I said, I'll start off with the Witch Mule and we're just going to go straight up and grab some spell damage. The items doesn't really matter. The skills are, I'm going to go Freezing Pulse here, Frost Blink, Flame Wall, and a little bit of Holy Flame Totem. And then we switch out and go into the Marauder for RF, which you can see down here. We go all the way down here. Now I don't like respecking my tree. It's very expensive, it's time consuming and a hassle, and I'm not very good at it like Pohx can do it in like 2 minutes. I take far too long. So what I do is I go a little bit longer way around, and I'm sure this tree may be out of date by now if Pohx has already updated it based on the following information. So we get into level 21, by which point you are running RF, or I'm running RF. I start running RF in Act 2. So my Act 1 is quite slow. Half of my Act 2 is quite slow, and then I just go for it. I speed up tremendously. As soon as we get that RF running, we're gone. And then we get into the library and it just gets better and better. So you can see this is the tree I use here. I mean, like I said, this is all going to be available in the description below. I've got all of the gems in here in groups. It's easy to identify. And then a sample of items that we're looking for, including getting the relevant flasks from the quest rewards. I do all the optional quests because they're handy to do. And then we're into maps really where we start getting the gear. And by this point, although I'm on a rare belt here, I end up actually switching to the Immortal Flesh belt. Which you can probably see in the next one. There we go. So I then go Immortal Flesh, Storm Shroud, depending on its cost, and then I get a 5-link Cloak of Flame, again depending on cost. After that, I then look at, and that's it. That's the only thing I'll buy. I may buy some items from trade just to get my Chaos Resistance up, but other than that, I am relying on Purity of Elements normally. This says I switch to Purity of Fire. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how much currency I have. If I've got a lot of currency, I'll be switching to my proper build. Roundabout yellow maps, red maps-ish. And as per I've been doing for the last 3 leagues, I'll be switching to Balormage's Holy Relic build. I'm not going to go into Hideout because this character has many minions and they are quite loud. I'll do it anyway. Wait to move. There we go. Ow. It's this one here. This is one that does the war cry eventually. There it is. And it does that on cooldown. It's very annoying. So I'm going to go and sit in town while I chat about Holy Relic. So with Holy Relic is my second build. So I twink out, I buy loads of uniques if I don't have them, and then I just level it that way. Again, the version of my POB will be in the description below. Oh, I didn't show you the note section, did I? So on the RF one, I've got all of the notes here. What links to look for, although this will be irrelevant in 3.29 because it's all going to be different. You're not going to really worry about colours too much, but I'll still keep them in there because, you know, quality is always good. As you can see, as we go through, there's links to see what you should be going for, and then what gems you should have and where they should be, and all that kind of good stuff. And I will do the same for the Holy Relic build. So this one is currently going into Balormage's Uber Relic. I've got the Commander of the Pick gloves already done. I'm working on crafting my sword here. This is currently the one without the Abyss socket. So I'm currently crafting on that. I'm about 40 divines in so far, and I just got bored of crafting, so I stopped. Let's bring up the Holy Relic. There we go. So as I was saying, I because this is I level this as a second build, I usually twink it out. So I'm running like all the uniques to just level up quite quickly. And I stay in uniques until about Act 4, by which point I've got my Darkness Enthroned running as well. And again, this depends on currency. If I get a lucky drop that I can trade for several divines, then the uniques will come off a lot quicker. And I'll buy the rares as and when I can, as soon as I can wear them. And we just go through, and like I said, it's just, I mean, like I said, it'll all be in there. The note section I've done, I have put a little bit of a warning up here because I've done these notes for a very popular build. So I've done these without Balormage or the team consent, etc., etc., etc. These are all of my own derision. I have included Balormage's written guide there. I'll include his YouTube channel down below as well. After I've done that, I want to do some heist in Permanent League, but I don't have a high-level ranger anymore. Because GGG's undocumented change to deleted characters, you used to be able to email GGG support and ask them to restore a character if you had certain information, and then you used to be able to do that going back years. Now, unfortunately, it's same as renaming a character. You can restore characters yourself, but only in the last 3 months. And there seems to be a character limit of approximately 40 characters. This has not been officially confirmed, but as it's an undocumented change and is not noted anywhere, I'm going back on my own personal experience. So if you're a person that likes undeleting characters like I do, to get a high level character to test some stuff, you can no longer do that. So because I want to test some stuff on heist in standard, I need to level a ranger to mid-90s. I'm hoping sometime soon they'll do a passover and rework heist. It's got nerfed 1,000 times, including removing endless heist, which at the time I was absolutely mad about. But now I can understand why it needed to happen. It was very broken and OP. Unfortunately, now all that heist has got going for it is a few special bases and the rings and amulets. Sorry, the amulets you can get from it, which are very few and far between. So those people that want to do it can, and if they're very lucky, can make hundreds of divines. If they're unlucky, they make a loss of hundreds of divines. It's not very good. There are way better currency markets, but if you are lucky enough to get one of those amulets, then yeah, all good. So I'm going to be doing that. After those 3 characters are done, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might tinker with what's that YouTuber's name? Oh, a Miracle, I think it is. He does Cast Wind Stunned. I've got a Cast Wind Stunned build I put together from Mirage. So here it is, all fiery, glowy. And I love this character. I might do this again, but it does require a Mage Blood, so that's going to recover some grinding, of a lot of grinding of currency for me, because I seem to be unlucky. In all my years of playing PoE 1, and since the Apothecary card and Mage Blood was released, I've never had a Mage Blood drop. I've only got one Apothecary card, and I had to buy this Mage Blood. I got it quite cheap, actually. I brought one for about 90 divines, because it only had like 2 flasks on it, and I just divined it to get 4. It cost me another about 8 divines, I think, to get the 4 on there, and there's a decent dexterity modifier. I don't care about the resistance modifiers. It was the deck, the attributes, and the leftmost 4 flask is what I wanted. So yeah, so that's what I got. Got it quite, like I said, I got it quite cheap. I just got it after the Laegue merge, so picked it up relatively cheap, and now I can run my castle in Stunned, and I've been leveling it a little bit, and I'm enjoying it. It's great, it's fun. So yeah, I might do that, or I might just do RF, Holy Relic, and that range up to 95, and then stop. It depends how long it takes me. But that's my League Start plans. I won't be League Starting at League Start because it's rather late in the night for me, local time. I'll be starting round about 500 hours on Saturday. So that is going to be 5 a.m. GMT on July 25th. I don't know how that converts to your appropriate time zone. Apologies. I don't even know off the top of my head. You'll have to do the conversion. I hope you see me there. I will be, like I said, I'll be League Starting Witch Mule into RF, and we'll go from there. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you are too. And I'll catch you in the next one.